Welcome, everyone. This is Ivan from CrowdCreate, and today we have a really awesome guest, Teppei. So if you can just introduce yourself to the people who don't know you, and I'm sure many do, but tell us a little bit about you and what you're working on right now.
Ivan, thanks for having me here on this kind of exciting podcast. So my name is Teppei, and I'm the managing partner of the company called the GFR Fund. And we do invest in the zero stage companies in the anywhere from a game studio to consumer technology company, media, NFT, blockchain. We also invest in a fintech too. So it's a San Francisco based fund, and we invest globally in the US and also in Europe and sometimes in Asia too.
And where are you based out of?
I'm currently in the California, San Francisco.
Must be a great time for your fund because all of these, the metaverse, the NFTs, everything is kind of combining right now, and everyone is talking about it. Is it a good time right now for you?
Yeah, definitely. So this company, VRChat, is our first investment. It's now, I think, known to be the biggest VR community. So when we started a fund back in 2016, we are quite excited about XR, VR companies and AR companies. So they never people never mentioned about the metaverse back then. So they're just talking about the a digital world, VR, XR. But now it's coming to a full circle. I guess a lot of people talking about the the metaverse, and we never thought about the metaverse back then, but people spending more time in the digital world and the creating the avatar for themselves. And I think it's kind of natural that people are more care about the digital identity, not only real identity. So I think this, whatever you call it, digital world, you can hang out or interact with other people with the digital identity. It's really, we're really excited about this opportunity too.
Yeah, I noticed because your investments into Loom AI. I mean that integrated into Roblox, but that was definitely into the whole digital avatar, recreating yourself in there. And it's so interesting because not too long ago, I would say people were just starting to get into VR and just to start to taste it. And now, I just saw, according to Qualcomm, Oculus said they shipped 10 million units.
Yeah, right.
And Oculus, they got purchased by Facebook, which is now Meta. It seems like the entire world is just turning on to what we thought we were really, really early on, when it came to VR and AR. Mm-hmm. Now it is absolutely mainstream now.
Yeah. I'm not sure if the mainstream, but I'm sure a lot of people excited about it. I guess at the time, when the Facebook changed the company name to Meta, I think that's maybe we consider it to be maybe the peak of the industry. So we'll see what's going to happen next. But but I'm sure there are so many opportunity in this metaverse.
Yeah, when I say mainstream, it's funny because what is ranking on Black Friday feeds right now? People are actually trying to buy the Oculus Quest 2. There's a Black Friday special, and everyone is talking about it.
Right.
That's when the technology is starting to hit. When it's going to be under the Christmas tree for a lot of people.
Yeah. I guess that's good for the industry. A lot more people buying, Quest, Oculus Quest. That means there are more people getting into this metaverse VR. So it's definitely you're getting there.
Yeah, and also, so I wanted to bring up the other interesting thing. So we talked before, and you mentioned a really interesting NFT project. Many people know this as Artifact, and they have those really cool digital shoes. That's actually just one of the many under Artifact. So, but you have an interesting relationship and experience with them. Could you share a little more about that?
Yeah. So we are the original investor in a company back in 2019. So when that was even before they started the company. So there are three founders, Stephen, Christian, Benoit. And I first met the Benoit when I was visiting the E3, that's a big gaming conference in LA in 2019. And he shared this vision of the creating digital sneaker company, like a digital fashion brand. And I was so fascinated about this, concept and vision. And we knew that, like I mentioned in the beginning, the people are spending more time in the digital world. So what they're creating, creating a brand for just like a digital new generation, it's going to be like a really huge opportunity. And it's more like the people like we're used to just getting those virtual goods in games like other like VR space, and also that gaming companies are more embracing the creators to launch new contents on the platform. So that was also very resonated us, and we are the help them to just form the company and get some additional funding. And that was feels like a long time ago, but it's actually 2 years ago.
But that was early, and in hindsight, it made a lot of sense. But back then, NFTs were not even didn't even exist. How did you have the insight? How did you have the conviction to say, beyond that, this is just a cool project, but this is worth investing into?
Right, but there are a few signs that are maybe it's not like NFT, but there are a few things like when you look at a VR chat, so people are creating contents. It's like a user generated contents. So any creator can create a contents if they can use the Unity, and it's more like a self-expression that people can create some contents and publish that contents on the digital world. It's getting more natural and more common. So and if you look at Fortnite, so people can buy any skins and those avatars for $20 or $30. And I think I see the trend that maybe a younger generations are spending more time in the digital world, and they're more comfortable buying those digital items, even though they cannot wear it in the real world. So I see those a trend. And so they're vision of creating the new, Gucci or new, the big brand in the digital world is I thought it was really spot on. So I guess to be honest, NFT blockchains comes afterwards. So we still believe in digital contents, creating a digital fashion brand. It's really, it's kind of a big opportunity. But NFT actually allow them to create the original contents. Without copying or authenticate those contents. So with the NFT technology, I think they're the reinforce their vision, and also what the Artifact can do, Artifact team can do. So it's I don't really take credit. I guess the founder should take a credit just to bringing the NFT technology into their vision. So. That's really an interesting story.
Was there something special about the team or even the art? Because that's one of the most commonly asked questions from, even people just trying to get into NFTs. They always ask, how do I know this is one that's going to, it could be an investment, or some people are just saying, I just want to buy really cool art so that I can say, I have it. What are those indicators, and what did Artifact, for example, was it the creator? Was it the team? Was it the art? What do you look at?
It's definitely the combination of the team and their vision. And so, I mentioned there are 3 founders. So Chris is he's a game designer. So he was one of the top content creator for the Counter-Strike. So he designs a digital skins and guns and items.
Counter-Strike. Wow, that's from that's basically my entire childhood there.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people feel that way. So Chris artist behind the Artifact team. Steven is more a sneaker guy. So he was since his high school, he's been creating his own design sneakers and selling to other people. And Benoit is more a marketing genius. So he's been running his marketing team after the esports team, and he got a vision of working with combining game with those digital items. So it's a really unique combination of digital creators, sneaker guy, and like a fashion marketing genius. It's like really like it's like a special team. So I think I just like fall in love with like each person, like identity, and also like what they do. Yeah, the team is like really special to me.
Wow, that's interesting because there's so many projects that you can invest in, and Artifact is one of those that did really well. But you're really dialing in on the team and the vision. Because a
Yeah,
lot of projects we also hear it's truly the art, but you know, art could change. It
right,
may, but then
right.
what I'm hearing is that because Artifact is it's not just a shoe. They have drops after drops, and
Yeah, yeah.
it's the life cycle of their brand they're creating.
Yeah, I also should have mentioned that. So not many investors actually didn't see their vision. So in the beginning, they kind of like struggled to getting the additional funding. So we helped them a lot, but like whenever I talk to the other investors, they're like, these items like not really, yeah, they just didn't believe that it's going to be like a big opportunity. So I'm so glad that we can work with them. They chose us too, so it's so glad.
Tepe, you have I know you've famously shared us the actual sneaker in real life.
Right? Yeah, I can show. It's
Oh
actually
wow!
yeah. So this is
Oh,
the
so
one.
cool.
Really cool. So I got it like maybe 3 weeks ago, finally, and I only wear this within the house, not the outside, so that I can keep this clean.
Wow, that's amazing. And I just see so many projects where they're trying to make that, from the digital, and then they're even trying to bridge it to the real life. Like, for example, Mechaverse, they're trying to do these 3D printed models for the people that
Yeah,
are holders. So
yeah.
a lot of things are evolving, but just like how you saw Artifact, are you seeing any other projects right now that you think, wow, like they have the ingredients to be great? Because you have seen so much in your past that your
Mhm.
experience can shine on what's the next big thing.
Next big thing. That's interesting questions. There are so many interesting opportunities. Hard to pick one. Let's see. Yeah, I guess um, yeah, it's sorry, it's so hard to like pick just one
Yeah, you have
single
too many to
project.
pick from. How about in the
But
NFT space? Are there any really interesting NFT projects that you think are going to do really well?
it's going to be really well. So kind of we talked about this company, Jadu, from LA. So they're trying to create the like real Pokemon Go game in the real world, combined with NFT and AR technologies. So that's an interesting project to just to pay close attention to. Yeah, and what else? Like the one that I kind of introduced to me, like a right? Divine anarchy. So like more combining anime into like NFT world. That's also I've been closely following that project since that I was spoke about, and it's really interesting. Like effort to combining those like anime into the games, and they're also creating a new like a game ecosystem, a mechanism. So yeah, that's also another interesting one. What else? Our company, one of the company invested the company called High Rise. High Rise is the they call it like a fashion MMO. So they're targeting the younger female generations, and so user can buy skins and like any like a clothes or fashion items, and they will organize like a fashion show like every day. So they are converting all the like skins into the NFTs, and they launched what is called the creator high res creator program like a few weeks ago, and they're launching the first NFT in next week, I think.
Oh
So I
wow.
think that's like something interesting to take a look at as well.
Sure, we'll share the links to those projects in the description. But every single project that you mentioned, they kind of have a different angle as opposed to just an art, just a digital art. Like they have utility beyond just showing it on a wall. But like from what I'm hearing, like the anime mechanics, or let's say, this fashion show, and you can have fashion in the real world and also an NFT.
Yeah.
That's it's pretty amazing to see the kind of innovation coming right now.
Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah, it's definitely. And I think the whole gaming world, like starting from like Axie Infinity and Animoca Brands, I guess that there are so many companies that are trying to do with the NFT and blockchain, and they're still like um, some company like still like waiting on the sideline, but I'm sure like that's gonna be the I don't know. I shouldn't say like mainstream, but it's definitely like something that we should be. There will be like a like big opportunities. So all the like artists, creators, game studios should be like looking into it.
So Teppei, I know we've been talking future, but I also want to talk about your history and your experience because you come from a different background where a lot of these NFT collectors and investors, this is the world they know. They are digital art collectors. It is, I mean, they started in the crypto. They started with the crypto block, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and then now they got into NFTs. But from where you have experience, back at, I know, and you had experience in like Morgan Stanley, you had experience in Tokyo acquisition side. Tell us a little bit about that and like how you saw this, this new trend coming around. What did you see?
Sure. Yeah. So I was, born and raised in Tokyo. I came to the US for high school, and I spent like it's also a really interesting experience for teenage like me, and I spent like almost a few years in like nowhere in Iowa State, and went back to Japan for college, and I came back here for the graduate school too. So, and yeah, like you mentioned, I started my career in the like big corporate, and eventually get into like banking. So I spent like a few years in Morgan Stanley, just working on a lot of the M&A projects. And after I joined a gaming company called Agree, it's like a mobile gaming company from Japan, and so yeah, I spent like most of my career more on financing side, operating the financing side. So I had a like really traditional like corporate finance like a theories, like a background. So when I saw the Bitcoin like 2010 or 2011, I didn't
Oh,
really.
that's very early.
It's very early, but I didn't really, I saw it, but I didn't think that it's going to be like a really big opportunity. So I bought a few and I sold it like right after because I didn't really think that it's going to be like, yeah, I think I sold like when the Bitcoin was only like a $300 or so. Now it's like
Wow.
60,000. So I lost a big, portion of the table, I guess. But that's okay.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah.
But now you see it, and I know like it sounds like you're making the most of it, even though you missed that Bitcoin. But now you're early on the NFT side. You're early on many of these like AR, VR. So it's I mean I think you see things from a different perspective because of that experience.
Yeah. So I guess like maybe, so that was like my, I guess like a big learning that when I saw the like a Bitcoin like much earlier. So yeah, I was really excited about VR and AR because as long being in the mobile gaming company, we saw remember when the like iPhone came out, nobody was really paying attention to, and the mobile gaming is like a really like a lot of people think that it's like a tiny portion of like big gaming market, and now like a mobile is like became like 1/3 of the total gaming market. So we missed like a lot of people missed the opportunity, and mobile the being at degree, we saw the big opportunities really taking on. So we didn't want to miss like any other like new platform, like emerging platform. And when we saw like the VR, we just jumped on it, started investing, and we saw like blockchain, and we just started investing too. So I guess there might be some like a learning in the back in my career, but it's actually pushing me to like look at the more opportunity, like new opportunities right now. So that's good learning.
So a lot of our listeners, they also try to catch technologies before everyone else does. So since you specialize in emerging tech, are there any new and emerging tech that you're watching on the horizon that you think, hey, keep an eye on these?
Right. Yeah, like the, block still like excited about the blockchain. So I think it's not like one piece of the technology, I guess. I think what's happening right now is like VR, AR, like blockchain, like NFT, more like play to earn kind of like technology. Also like other stuff like a coming like a conversion into like a metaverse. So metaverse, they have to like build. You need like some certain like the basic technology to just to make that happen. And it's not only like a VR, it's not only like a blockchain, but all things have to be like coming together. So I guess those integration, I think it's like, yeah, I guess like a really becoming the seeing like a big moment for, like maybe like a new, really new platform is like emerging. So after the internet, maybe like, so people like to call it Web 3.0, but it's like, it's going to be like, yeah, really interesting opportunities. And we are going to that direction. And it's maybe like one of the historical moment, like when we looked back, like after 10 years ago, 10 years after.
Wow. So it's like the Web 3.0. That's what you think is going to be the future.
Yeah.
I think more and more people are going to live in Web 3.0. It's so funny because the joke is people leave their 9 to 5 in Web 2.0 to enter a 24/7 in Web 3.0. So it's really funny.
Right. Yeah, I guess maybe like there's some like like a lot of these skeptics, but I think it's the direction that they are we cannot like avoid, I guess. Like more ownership to I mean, the one of the like the good things about like a Web 3.0 is the so you can, as a user, you can take the ownership of those like contents or like project, and you can be both users and owners and economic like profit share. So I think those are pieces like really changing the like old economy, I guess. So yeah, I'm really excited about this new opportunity.
Wow. Great insights, Teppei. And thank you as always for joining us and sharing your insights and wisdom with our community.